What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is your homie Jolly Dangerous, also known as Terrence D. Here with
Yep.
my co-host.
And my name is Denonu YouTube. How's it going?
So we watched another death battle, and this was recommended from Diamond Stingray. Can you guys read Death Battle Steven Universe versus Star Butterfly, please? It's a pretty good one. Okay, so to preface this, I never seen either show. I literally had to go watch one of the shows to know who the characters were.
See, you know more than me. I haven't watched Steven Universe, and I'm assuming Star Butterfly is that like a My Little Pony character or something? Because
I have no idea. I have no idea with her, but I went back and I watched the entire the entire thing of Steven Universe except for the movie. I
damn,
didn't know they had a movie until after I watched the entire fucking thing. So
doing your due diligence. Look at
all of it. Because I'm like, if somebody gonna call me out,
you.
make sure I got my info right. I'm just kidding.
I'm
I'm
just
just
not gonna
kidding.
say nothing like definitive. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and be like, hey.
Mr. Charm 64. Anyway, so I watched it. It is the queerest show, queerest cartoon I've
Mm,
ever seen. I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, but I wouldn't say it's a good thing. Just the way they did it, it was just like it doesn't really
too
sit right
much
with
over the
me.
head, like too
Too
much hitting you over
much.
the head.
Yeah, man, too much. Too much. Straight relationships don't exist in this universe. Everyone's gay or
Damn.
non-binary or PC or whatever. I'm like, gotcha. Can we get on with the story though? Because a lot of this shit
Well,
doesn't have to be said.
Well, let me ask you this. Did the story, did that overtake the story or was it like a good 50-50
At
split?
times, no, at times it did overtake the story. So the episodes, even though it's in a complete story and a complete universe as it is, which I
Mm,
like that. I like how everything connects from the first episode to the last episode. Every little thing happens. If damage happens to a building, that damage is gonna stay I mean, that building is gonna stay damaged until somebody fixes it
okay.
from the episodes. Like you have to see somebody fix it. I love that. So that kind of stuff happens. But every once in a while, they'll kind of stop the main story or the main mission to do this side thing. Like Steven
Mm,
Universe and his girlfriend goes to a party and they combine and they get hit on by this guy that they're not interested in. So it's like that little victim type thing where you got this douchey guy who won't leave them alone, even though all you have to do is just kind of walk away from that kind of person. As opposed,
mm,
it's like what you will find in like real life at a club, and like some actual harm can come from it, but they just
yeah.
kind of like dumb it down for a cartoon. And it's just like I don't really think that that's something that needs to be stated in a cartoon that's meant for 15-year-olds that's not necessarily going to a club and won't really be in that kind of situation if
Mm.
you know, if they have good parents, like,
I know what you mean.
whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's again still an okay show, but I think it's made more for girls and more for people who are like really, really into that, like, you know,
Queer
political,
lifestyle or
yeah,
non-binary, all that
that
stuff.
kind of climate. You know what I mean? I wasn't really into that part, but it's a nice story overall.
Okay.
So I know mostly, if not everything about Steven Universe. Have no idea who the fuck the butterfly chick is. So we're gonna learn
I'm
that together.
assuming based on the thumbnail, I'm assuming maybe this is another cartoon that's just like Steven Universe, something that came out in the past couple of years because it looks like it has one of those weird quirky art styles too. So,
Probably is.
but let's jump into it.
Steven Universe, a superpowered half-human, half-gem teenager.
And Star Butterfly, wild child princess from another dimension.
They've both struggled with their responsibilities to save the world, but
All right, I'm just gonna say this because I don't know how old the other cartoon is, but just based on what they just said, do you think this other cartoon character, this girl, is like made as like a copycat show of Steven Universe? Like they made Steven Universe, and since that blew up, somebody was like, "Oh, let's make another one or make something
It
like
probably is.
it."
when pitted against each other, whose heroics will triumph?
He's Wiz and I'm
Because the art
Vincent.
style is
And
weird,
it's our
quirky,
job to
just like
analyze
Steven
their
Universe.
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Now watch I have that wrong. Watch the other show me it came out
Diamond
first.
Authority was an alien superpower set on conquering the universe for their own gain.
It got to be
They're
shaped like
literally
virus this time.
diamonds, like shiny alien rock people.
As the most powerful of the gems, the diamonds led armies of lesser gems, including pearls, amethysts, and others, to prepare planets for destruction by the Authority. These armies were trusted to obey.
Giant pair of
They had
legs.
an enemy
Bro,
rock
go
person,
back. Pause it, and I'll show you that
but they
more.
What at the legs or?
Yeah.
By the Authority. These are
Right there. Okay, so every diamond has spaceships. This was kind of cool, but it was so weird to me. So the pink diamond has a spaceship made out of legs. That's what you see, the pink pair of legs. And then the white diamond has an upper bust area, head and torso.
Please tell me they form Voltron.
They do. So the blue diamond has a right arm.
Is that what that is on the
diamond
left?
has a left arm.
Look like a pair of boots, right above my head, like right here. Is that
No,
what that is?
no,
Okay.
no. Those are the way buildings are shaped. Like the other two arms, I think they're not here at the time because they were like off somewhere else. But yeah, they do come together and they form a giant woman. It's just like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, every time I thought I was getting okay with the show, they just do something else and just like, here's a pair of legs and it's a dress and it's high heels. Just like, can nothing in this show just be like everyday life? Can we just get a regular fucking spaceship at all? No.
Has to throw gender in there somewhere, huh?
Somewhere. Like the only cool thing was like Lars. Lars became like one of my favorite characters. Lars was a guy that worked at a donut shop and became his mystical helper beast because he brought him back to life, and then he became a space pirate. It's so stupid. It's so like his story is so stupid, but I loved it because he became a badass. This motherfucker's flying in outer space with other gems. He's not even a gem. He's a real ass human. He took other like faulty gems and formed a space crew, stole someone else's ship, stole their pirate cloak, and he's just like chilling, bro. He's just chilling in his chair, like being a dope badass. I was like, I love this character. I love his character so much. I want to see more of Lars. What happens to this dude? Anyway. Yeah, we can get into it. But jeez.
were trusted to obey.
But they had an enemy rock person, Rose Quartz. She'd been living on Earth and really liked the place, so she was leading her own group of gems in rebellion, the Crystal Gems.
To which the three diamonds of the Authority responded by trying to destroy every gem left on Earth.
That sounds like overkill, but in a huge blast of light, every gem was corrupted or destroyed, except for Rose and her closest gems, a garnet and pearl. She'd
Okay, pause it here.
defend them all with
That's what I was talking about. Rose quartz. You know how like all the other ones, like amethyst and pearl, they had copies, and you see the copies. So there's more rose quartz out there. Like they all look similar to her. They may have different hairstyles, but they all have like same body frame type thing. That's not a quartz. That's actually one of the diamonds. That's what I was saying.
Okay, so all of the other quartz look different from her because she's not a quartz, she's a diamond.
No, they all look the same. She's pretending to be a quartz. So she can they all can they can change their bodies to make it look like what they want. So she was a diamond who no longer want to be a diamond. So she faked her own death and then transformed her body into a quartz. So technically she's still a diamond.
Okay.
But just in quartz form. So I mean, they may talk about that later, but I'm just trying to like let you know that now. So
okay,
yeah.
their shield.
Given the light emanating from this attack and its distance, we can estimate it to be over 843 million tenajoules per second of energy.
Jewels? More like jewels, am I right?
That's what I said?
No, like with the W. Never mind.
Well, now with the diamonds rebuffed, Rose was able to settle down, and she
One thing I
found a
will
human she
say
got
about the
along
Steven
with.
Universe art
Great
style,
universe.
I like the fact that everybody's
Badass.
chubby.
I wish my last
Like there's no like
universe,
regular
they got
super
along
skinny
so
person in the
well
show.
that one thing
No,
led
there
to
are.
another, and
Oh, there are?
whoops.
You just don't see
Homer
them.
Simpson.
Body so their son could be born.
True to his heritage, Steven has many gem-related powers. Since when Rose gave up her body to create him, she effectively gave him all of her power as well, including her own gem. And while Steven's a stalwart pacifist, this led to him following in her footsteps to defend Earth from the diamonds when they inevitably return.
But he's got plenty of ways to defend himself and the others. He can create shields and bubbles to protect from different attacks, use bubbles to teleport things away, and shapeshift to get bigger.
He can also control his personal gravity to float or jump as high as he wants. And he can even fuse with other gems, or sometimes a
Pause
human.
that.
Wonder what a fusion between us would.
That's wrong. He can't change his personal gravity. That's
He can't?
that's no. No, he's not changing his gravity. He
So how do you
Those
jump
gems
super high?
need to float
like he can actually float, but it's not necessarily gravity. That's the thing. It's like he's basically just changing how light and heavy he is.
So he could change his density.
Yeah, but they don't really explain it. Like they don't explain density and gravity in the show. He just basically says, "Oh, look, I can float." So that doesn't equate to gravity. That just he's able to control. I would say his latitude, like his he can float, but I wouldn't say it's gravity.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to either. I mean, if you science it, it would have to either be gravity or density. It's one of the two. So if he's becoming extremely lighter, then he can jump up and float. And
I mean that's what he does in the show. It's like he can jump up and float. It's like he becomes lighter. You know what I mean? But changing gravity, like if he stops doing it and he can't control it, he just falls at normal speed. He's not like he won't fall faster. That's what I'm saying. So he can either be lighter or be normal. That's it. That to me is not.
So he
changing.
can't make it. Yeah, he can't make himself heavier. So yeah, I mean, maybe it is gravity then. Because if he was able to change his density, he can be lighter or heavier. But if it's just gravity, then it's like, okay, well, I can make myself lighter, but then when I turn it off, gravity's just being normal. So like his ability is like, oh, I can lighten my weight. That's what you would call
it. Yeah, I guess it's true. Yeah. All right.
But
to jump as high as he wants, and he can even fuse with other gems, or sometimes a human.
Wonder what a fusion between us would look like.
Fusions
can gems normally fuse with humans? Because like if he can fuse with a human, why can he fuse with a human if he's half gem?
He's half human.
Yeah, but we can't fuse together unless that's the thing in the show too. Can two humans fuse together?
No. But he's half gem, so that's why he can fuse.
But if humans can't fuse, see what I'm saying?
Two humans can't fuse. Two gems can fuse.
But that's what I'm saying. Can a gem fuse with a human? A regular straight human?
Yes. And they show it in the show. Like he does it with his best friend, his fucking girlfriend. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it's his girlfriend.
Okay, so the girlfriend is a regular human with no
regular ass human. You saw her when you fused with her and made that
the 3-arm thing?
No, before that. Go back before that. You'll see it.
Wonder what a fuse with other gems. Gravity to float or jump as high as he wants. And he can even fuse with other gems, or sometimes
right there. That
there? Okay.
Yeah. That's him and his girlfriend fused together into Stefani, which is, I don't know what the fuck it is, like woman or man. They didn't state it. But
they didn't state it. Which one? I mean, I would just based on looks, female, but
yeah, you would think so, but I don't know. They didn't go into detail.
Wonder what a fusion between us.
That's too many questions.
Fusions tend to result in a more powerful.
I always like the way she looks.
But
yeah, she's dope.
I'm not sure that would happen.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't be able to handle it.
Sure. Anyway, as a gem, Steven is much stronger than an average child.
All right, pause it. What's at the top?
Shield.
Okay, shield, bubble, size alteration, spike variant, teleportation. Yeah. Speed of descent regulation. Yeah, that's it. Speed of descent regulation. That's the floating thing. Diamond aura, healing saliva.
Vital animation.
I don't know what the
Well,
fuck that is.
maybe they'll explain what that is.
Shape
That is
shifting.
Pink Steven.
Pink Steven is basically a boosted form of himself. So when the diamond got pulled, you've been out. Are you gonna watch it?
Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, you could tell me. Is it like a
There was
Super
a
Saiyan
part.
form of what he got?
Yeah, yeah. There was a part where he
Okay.
almost died, where like the diamond part of him, his aura got pulled out of him. So it was just like he was basically a hollow husk of a human. Like he was gonna die because that happened. And this was like pure energy. This was just pure Steven Rose diamond energy that had a form of Steven. Super fucking powerful. Like so strong that it could have decimated the other diamonds. That's how strong it was. It wasn't regulated. Mental powers, empathetic, telepathy, mind transference, mind linking, and astral projection. Yeah, all that's true.
For conflict always seems to find him. Like when he's taken on huge monsters or pushed through the G-forces of faster-than-light travel.
And when he's in a fight, he combines that crazy strength with awesome speed and agility. He can outrun an alien security system with electric fire and ice attacks, and he's dodged lasers. Even if he can't get away in time, Steven survived an entire temple exploding and taken hits from a bunch of gems, which is huge. I mean, Garnet once punched so hard she could split a mountain.
Another gem he's on par with, Lapis, telekinetically lifted the entire ocean into the atmosphere. Boomstick,
Damn.
do you know how heavy the ocean is?
No, do you know how heavy the ocean is?
The effort
Yup.
required for that would be anywhere
A
from
lot.
92 petatons to over 10 zetatons of TNT.
Man, that's a lot of water. His bubble
Oh,
and
fake
shield are
ass
also way
words.
stronger than they look, since they can defend against attacks from the diamonds themselves. Not even Steven's spit could have helped with that attack. Oh, if you haven't heard, his spit can heal people.
His saliva can even give plants like fruit humanoid form. Just spitting
Yo.
out seeds from a watermelon has
creepy.
got Steven in quite a bind before.
That episode was fucking
That's
creepy.
not gonna pop up and attack me, is it?
No, Boomstick, regular watermelons don't attack people, but depending on Steven's emotional
They built their own
state, he has
society? Like,
control
what?
over his
Yup.
plant-based life form.
Like you thought that like when they left in that episode, you thought that you would never see them again. Them motherfuckers are really important throughout the entire series.
Spit, Steven's tears have brought people back from the dead. They just
That's what I was talking about.
paint
That's
his
Lars.
powers of their
Okay.
own after. It's weird.
Despite not being one to pursue conflict, Steven's been stuck for a while making the best of carrying on Rose's duty. So his kindness and feelings of responsibility for those around him push him to use those healing abilities whenever he can. He can even mend himself with accelerated healing that lets him fix fractures and minor injuries nearly immediately.
And when Steven's knocked out, he can leave his physical body, sort of like a ghost. The drawback is he can't physically interact with anything while he's projecting. But when Steven goes to sleep normally, he can possess other people's bodies. Good luck trying to
That's
fall
creepy.
asleep in a fight, though. I've tried.
But protecting the Earth wasn't the only surprise Steven's mother left for him. As it turns out, she was never actually Quartz at all. She was, in fact, Pink Diamond, one of the heads of the Diamond Authority.
What?
Despite being sent to Earth to conquer it, she fell in love with the planet, which led her to give up her title and transform into Rose Quartz. All of this was withheld from Steven for most of his life, as Pearl worried how the truth might change him.
Oh, believe me, parental trauma will take a toll on anyone's mental state. And when Steven gets too overwhelmed, he taps into his latent diamond abilities, making everything way stronger and way killier.
In this, his pink state, he's so fast his perception of time slows to a crawl. His bubble and shield become hexagonal and strong enough to crush other gems. Like when he lost control of his emotions in a fight with Jasper and killed her.
He did bring her
Damn.
back to life with his super tears, but that kind of stuff made him think he was a monster, and he basically turned into a pink state Godzilla.
But this wasn't Steven hulking out all of a sudden. It was the result of a full emotional breakdown after years of stress and trauma.
Luckily, his friends came in clutch and it worked out.
See what I'm saying?
But he's
See,
still
like,
risking becoming a monster
Power of
if he's ever
friendship.
completely emotionally broken.
With the support of the crystal gems, his dad, and his friends, Steven managed to work through his personal issues, so hopefully he's not faced with becoming a monster ever
All right,
again.
pause there.
That's one.
All right. So he defeated Amethyst, Spindle, and Bluebird.
and Jasper.
Yeah. So all of those can basically destroy like mountains and shit. They showed how strong they actually were. Led Homeworld into Arrow 3. That doesn't really matter. That's something that happens on Homeworld. He didn't really do anything. Fights on par with Garnet and Amethyst. Again, strong as fuck. Survived the G-forces of faster than light travel. That shit was crazy. So I think that they're gonna calculate that in there somewhere because they haven't talked about how fast like the G-forces is of faster than light travel, and that they were going so fast in that fucking spaceship that the light bent out of the jewels. He thought that the jewels' bodies got destroyed. What happened was that the ship was moving so fast that the light from their bodies was actually
they're
being
moving faster
trailed.
than light.
Yeah, they were being trailed behind the ship. And so he was like damn near being crushed in his seat. So he couldn't even like, he had to reach out to try to grab a part of the controls to stop the ship. Otherwise, they would like crash into the planet that they were going to. He dodged light-based attacks, so that just tells you he's faster than light. And his shield can block attacks from 3 diamonds, which again they can fucking destroy planets. I mean, not planets, but like mountains and shit too. And he overpowered and pacified the cluster. In the movie, the TV show, the cluster is this giant amalgamation of fragmented jewels that the diamonds had combined to each other. Like it's basically like body parts, but they combined them to where when it awakens, it can destroy the entire planet. It's basically just a giant ass fucking arm that was supposed to pop out the ground and just destroy the whole planet. So he was able to actually pacify that. He did a mind connection with all of the diamonds. I mean, all the jewels, and it's like billions of them. And he helped them to talk to each other, to pacify each other. It was crazy.
All right.
One less monster to worry about, Tokyo. And since Monster Steven has the same power as his
Was that the arm you was
just
talking
with
about?
absolutely no control, Steven's still powerful enough to take on anything in his way.
Of course, if it was up to Steven Universe, everyone would just be friends.
Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, and Steven!
When Marco met the new exchange student at his school, he thought he was just making a new friend from a different place.
And he definitely didn't think she'd be a magical princess who'd drag him along for all of her crazy adventures.
This girl from Muni
Mew what?
was a little weird.
Boy, that
and a
looks
little
weird.
wild. And on top of bringing magic to Earth, she might have brought along a few extras as well. This displaced heir to the throne and defender against monsters was none other than Star Butterfly.
She may have been backed
Why
up
does
by
she have devil
generations
horns and
of
fire?
magic users before her, and super strong in her own right, but Star wasn't the perfect princess.
She would have been sent to the terrifying and personality-draining St. Olga's School for Wayward Princesses, but luckily, Star's parents took one look at that place and decided, no way, she's going to Earth instead.
You know, Earth really isn't the best place for her to be practicing magic. We're not used to people casually casting spells here.
Oh, shit.
Killed that guy.
Since Star is a Mewman,
What the f*** is a Mewman?
that's what the people of Muni are called. She's already superhuman compared to her peers on Earth. She survived a blast that leveled the top of Castle Muni and can use her wings to help her get out of the way in a pinch.
What, those tiny things? There's no way she can actually fly with them. At least she can make a bubble around herself to defend against attacks.
Her butterfly heritage also grants her the Magic Instruction Book. This spell book is incredibly important as it contains spells
Looks
created
evil
by
as hell.
all the magical rulers of Muni that came before her. And she creates her own spells too, like Cupcake Blast, which fires a beam filled with cupcakes.
Okay, half of these spells don't make any sense. Jelly bean hallucination mist?
Transformed into
Swordfish
weapons,
tsunami?
alternate appearance,
What the hell?
tastes like caramel corn. Dimensional scissors, notable spells: Bunny Rabbit Blast, Cataclysmic Total, Extinction Death Blast.
God damn.
Damn. Cupcake Blast, Dagger, Crustal, Heart
Attack. Easy peasy, time freezing,
laser beam blast.
That's
That
an awesome name for an attack. That cataclysmic total extinction death blast. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it is dope. Laser beam blast. Steven can already fucking move faster than laser beams, so I want to see what that cataclysmic total extinction death blast thing is. So I want to see that shit.
One of these days, I want a jelly bean hallucination mist. I feel like you'd pay for that at like a high-end sauna.
Well, they're kind of self-explanatory. Creating her own spells does mean they can pretty much be anything. Take one of her summons, for example, which are effectively creatures reliant on magic to survive. So what happens when you combine unicorns, stampedes, and war?
Oh, I know this one! Warnicorn Stampede! Now I get where Spider with a top hat came from!
That Spider's one of Star's self-professed most powerful summons, with his own minigun to boot.
So naturally, she can kick monsters' butts with her spells thanks to
This
her
is going to be one of
magical
those things where
wand.
she just has the
Better
power to
watch
make
out,
up
'cause
anything
a
she
lot of
wants.
those monsters want to use it for themselves.
Seems like it.
Her wand combined with her training means she has some incredible destructive power. She's blasted apart walls, temples, and a throne room. Her mother even said her wand could blow up a universe, and one of her ancestors
God
did
damn it.
exactly that.
Yeah.
There you go. So much for Steven Universe.
Skywin wanted to make something explode one day. So why not an entire dimension?
And remember that book we mentioned earlier? Skywin recorded her experience specifically so her successors would know what to do if they also wanted to destroy a dimension. So Star should be able to do this, since she's known to be an incredibly strong princess on top of being the heir to the butterfly spellbook.
Speaking of destroying things, her thermonuclear butterfly blast has wrecked a house. And according to Star, her mega explosive crystal laser is powerful enough to obliterate planets. But she just likes to use it to play with cats like a laser pointer.
Star has spells for more than just destruction, though. Like
Okay, but has she done it?
Blast, which she's
Just
used
because it
to
has the
attack
ability to
Mars,
do
and
it don't mean
she's fought,
she can
Meteora
do
it.
Has deflected lightning. Being able to fight on par with Meteora means Star's able to reach speeds over Mach 1000. But if all that wasn't enough for you, once Star went through puberty,
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
she learned how to access and control her far more powerful Butterfly 4.
Now that's a set of wings. I just wish peering into her eyes wasn't like peering into the 9 layers of hell.
It's obviously a standard
damn.
for puberty. Star compared the process of attaining it to, quote, suddenly looking at boys as if they were made of bacon. Like you've never eaten it in your life, and all you want to eat is bacon.
So what you're saying is if I eat enough bacon, I can get magical powers?
Yeah, magical power to give yourself a heart
Anyway,
attack.
Through her time in various dimensions, fighting monsters and defending her friends, Star's become strong enough on her own that she no longer needs her wand. In fact, her wand only ever served as training wheels to help her harness this magic herself.
Soon enough, though, she realized monsters
So if
weren't
she gets the wand
actually
knocked out of her hand,
bad,
it doesn't
so
matter.
she started to fight
Mhm.
for them instead of against them.
This wasn't a popular decision with humans, but Star knew it was the right choice and followed through. Unfortunately, the fighting continued, and Star realized in order to truly quell the conflict, she needed to fight magic itself.
So her mother, her great whatever grandmother, and Meteora all banded together to cast the Whispering Spell in the realm of magic.
This spell is designed to silence or end magic, and when cast within the realm of magic, it destroyed magic itself. All of it.
But doesn't that mean she killed all the magical creatures across the different dimensions because they need magic to survive?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Well, after destroying magic and every magical creature in existence, Star was finally able to bring peace to Muni.
Star
That's
had
messed
a lot
up.
of growing up to do when she was sent to Earth,
Mhm.
but she learned to control her powers and led her country to peace.
Mostly.
Until she killed
Now,
everybody.
She's truly grown from her chrysalis into a butterfly.
Who's ready for a bloody, bloody bloodbath?
I kind of wish I watched that one instead of Steven Universe. So it's just like that's weird for no reason. You know what I mean? That's Steven Universe was weird on a whole nother level. This shit was just like that's like
That
Invaders.
reminds me. Yeah, that reminds me. Like I was going to say, like Ren and Stimpy or some stuff like that, where it's like you have a plot, but like it's any weird thing that they can throw in visually.
I as much as I've seen Steven Universe, I think I have to give it to this shit. That one.
Yeah. If she can eliminate magic from a whole dimension and destroy a universe, which they said that she knows how to do with the book and everything,
Mhm.
so she can do it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't see anything, and they said unless his pink form has some super uber defensive mode or something that could tank that, I don't see it.
I've never seen I've never seen any episode of Steven Universe where the dimension almost collapsed and he had to save it or take something that strong or that powerful. Like
Hmm.
I haven't seen it. Now if he fuses, which they probably will do a fuse on here, there are beings, like fused beings that are incredibly strong. They're like almost
Hmm.
like an infrared summoning, for instance, but they still can't destroy a planet. You know what I mean? Like they're still not that strong. So
Well, they may not do a fuse because I mean, if you think about it, Death Battle's whole thing is it's just him. So
yeah,
if because they're not allowed no outside help, so he can't bring in none of the other people that he can fuse with. So it would just be him versus her.
yeah. I mean, even in his pink form, I don't see him tanking a fucking universe explosion.
Hmm.
Uh, but here's the thing: I haven't seen the movie, so there may be some bullshit they put in the movie that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let's find out. That girl is a dick.
What happened?
Wait, sorry. Wait, I can fix it.
Okay, I think I have a better idea.
Wow. Grumpy much. I'll cheer you up.
Huh? Stop, please. What did sandcastles ever do to you?
I don't know.
It's all right. Take your time.
Check this out.
That's when he was eating the watermelon seeds.
Hmm.
Ow.
Huh?
What's rude?
Oh wow, they went right into it.
What's wrong with you? Just leave me alone.
That's how he was in the show too.
Watermelons versus unicorns.
See you later, Pinky. Whoa, that's neat.
Goodbye, weird bug girl.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yep, she don't need her wand.
Yeah, it don't matter. Golly.
Damn.
Oh, and broke his gem. That's fucked up.
Oh my gosh. I won!
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're also the villain of this story.
I don't think she won what she thought she won there. Steven definitely had a better sandcastle.
With Steven's strength and healing abilities, Star was definitely between a gem and a hard place initially. And when Steven went pink, made it a whole lot tougher on her.
And since Steven was an alien gem and not technically magic, Star's whispering spell couldn't touch him, but she still had the advantage in the end. Steven was physically superior, at least to Star's everyday appearance. Star could survive explosions worth a few dozen tons of TNT, but he could match Garnet's mountain-busting might.
However, everyone knows this matchup would rarely ever resolve in fisticuffs. Even with how out there some of Steven's powers were, the sheer versatility of Star's magic was simply not something he was equipped to outmaneuver or overpower.
Sure, his laser feats mean he was faster than Star and her lightning feats, but Star's butterfly form and transportation magic meant she had plenty of ways to work around that. Not to mention, she mastered her super-powered bug form while Steven never mastered Pink State. And she didn't even need a wand to go full power, so disarming her meant jack squat.
It is possible Steven could match the power of the Diamond Trio, since Pink Diamond was able to defend against them alone. 843 million tenajoules, or about 2 tenatons of TNT, is certainly nothing to scoff at.
But Star had spells that could destroy a whole planet, and probably even a universe. Pun intended. She could basically one-up any level of power Steven tried to throw at her, even if he did go.
While the size of the dimensions shown as destroyed is not specified, Queen Moon explicitly warned Star that the Royal Magic Wand possessed enough power to destroy their own universe. Moreover, Star's magic has defeated living embodiments of space, time, such as Omnitraxis Prime, a living universe, and ultimately played a major role in destroying magic as a whole.
Full pink monster mode.
Steven was pushed to the limit and gave it his best, but Star's raw power and her versatile spellcasting were impossible to beat.
Better fly on home, Star. You've had a genuine win.
The winner is Star Butterfly.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, as soon as that universe thing, I already fucking knew that shit. But there are a few things that really could have turned that. If Steven was able to, if Steven got knocked out, and then
that's what I thought they were going to bring up. Like if he got knocked out and possessed her body to destroy herself or something.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I know they weren't. The reason why they weren't going to do that is most of the time he has to be asleep, and that he literally has to fall asleep during a battle, and it's already hard for him to go to sleep. Well, not, it's easy for him to go to sleep, but to find a place to go to sleep in the middle of a fight is a difference.
Yeah. But they would have to choose like, well, if he gets knocked out, and that's different from sleep. So is it like only happen with sleep, or just anytime when he's unconscious?
Yeah, anytime it's supposed to be like anytime when he's unconscious, but when he did that mind transfer thing, he was asleep and then had a dream about it. When he did the astral projection, he got knocked out and then went into astral projection.
Okay.
And he was able to interact with
which they said he can't touch anything. So so if he'd have got knocked out, he'd have probably did that, not the mind transference thing.
Exactly. But yeah,
that wasn't that bad. But I mean, I'm curious about the other girl show because that looks wacky as hell.
Yeah, the other chick show looks a little bit more entertaining. This one just had way too much lessons to tell me or teach me and shit.
Yep. All right. Let me.
How'd you guys like that? Did you like it? We did that for Diamond Stingray. So, wow. Well, hold on, wait a minute. If your username is Diamond Stingray, I wonder is she a Steven Universe fan? Her name is Diamond, or maybe that's your actual name. Don't know.
Could be, but I mean, I'd lean towards a fan. Maybe she's a fan of Steven Universe and animals.
Yeah. Well, if you guys like that, leave us a comment below. Let us know. Also, you can recommend something else for us to react to. Just leave the name of the video, and we will check it out, please. Because links do not work in the comment section. Anything to say about it?
No, I'm good. It was okay. I mean, as somebody who don't know either show, it makes sense to me why she would win based just on that spell, because Steven don't got no counter to that. So
yeah, I mean,
writes the last page at that point. Like if there's nothing he can do. So
I mean, at this point, it's like anytime I hear somebody say it can destroy universe, I already know who won. I don't even care to see it.
yeah, like it's in his thing. If it can destroy a universe and your name is like, if the show is Steven Universe, so I'm just saying. Unless you can go to another one while that was being destroyed, you're kind of screwed.
Right?
But
Anyway, it was nice. It was nice. I can't complain about any fact checking or anything in this one because it's like they did everything. It's everything is there. Everything is stated. I can't out of the 100, 200 fucking episodes that I've watched of Steven Universe, I can't find any way that he would win in that scenario.
Do you feel like because you watch the episodes, do you feel like you have to watch the episodes to understand their fight?
Their fight? Yeah. Because if I didn't see that shit, I'd have been like, well, how strong is Diamond? Like they didn't really state how strong Diamonds were. They just stated that who they were and what they did. He did say that Amethyst was able to shatter a mountain. Well, I mean, half of a mountain. She caused, to me, that was an avalanche, not necessarily.
Was that the piece that fell down in the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that wasn't.
She didn't split a whole fucking half of a mountain. She just she hit him up with a crack, and then the half of it fell down. It's like, to me, you can do that with an avalanche. But anyway, that's strong, and then the diamonds are supposed to be stronger than that, like exponentially stronger than that. Okay. So if I didn't see the show, I wouldn't know how strong that was.
Yeah, because I didn't mention that they can destroy planets with a punch. Like exponentially stronger doesn't mean anything if you're not going to say what the the number. Like, they're exponentially stronger, but okay, well, what's the number that they're at? You have to state the facts.
Yeah. So like, how hard can they punch? Like they shot a laser beam from Homeworld all the way to Earth and was shielded. And that takes some form of like damage and blah, blah, blah. But, diamonds. How easy is it to shatter a fucking gem in the show? They didn't really talk about that. So it's like that stuff still, I feel like because I watched it, I have a better understanding of when they do these calculations and shit. It just makes more sense.
Okay. All right, YouTube. If you guys want us to do more reactions to Death Battle or anything else, just give us the name of the video down in the comments below. Do not send a link since we do not see those, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Be safe out there, y'all.